I think it's so much more than just books, borrowing books, because it's somewhere that she can go, have a day out, she can meet with people, integrate with people, she takes charge of signing the books in and out. So much social interaction is lost by just getting things online or sitting in front of a screen. And I think that's what's really important, that it's a site, a place that you can travel to and from, and it's also somewhere where you chat to people, don't you?
Well, I think well-being and community is a really important part of what libraries offer. We work a lot as a charity with library services. We're often commissioned by the NHS, so primary care trusts or mental health trusts or health-related charitable trusts. But we often work in libraries because you can reach such a wide range of people who might be struggling with all sorts of different issues. But together, they're just human beings reading a story. So libraries are an amazing space for that. They're a very open, welcoming space where great, important things can be done to improve people's lives and well-being. And this is a gorgeous library. We run training courses here and all sorts because it's such a great space, and it's a great one.
Absolutely nobody wants that. There's no need for a gym in this area. We have several gyms within 10 or 15 minutes walk from here. What we need is a free public library.
And I cannot imagine many residents wanting to come here. Or many residents actually wanting to have a gym in their area with people coming and going all night.
Yes, because it's going to have to be open very much longer hours to try and make it work.
A gym will be a fee-paying institution which will bar most of the people, will exclude people, because it will be fee-paying, close off most of the building, and they will leave a little lounge somewhere where there will be a small selection of books. No librarians, no one to help you, no one to answer your questions, no one, if anything goes wrong, what about child protection? They haven't thought of any of that. They just want to give the building to these people on a peppercorn rent for 25 years, to run as a gym with a pretend library, which they will call the neighborhood library.
Is not fair.
Not fair.
No, it's not fair. Not fair. Okay.
Would you ever use a gym?
I didn't. No.
Now, one of the excuses that they're giving is, well, we have so little money that we have to decide on priorities and protect the most vulnerable people. So if we protect the library and keep professional staff running a proper library, then we'll have less money for social services and for health services. Well, that's absolute rubbish, but they haven't taken into account the well-being that the library provides for vulnerable people. This is the one free-to-enter, non-denominational place that they can walk to and feel comfortable, welcome, and at home. This provides well-being. If this wasn't here, or it wasn't here in its present form, and it was a cramped, uncomfortable place that they didn't want to come to or wouldn't feel comfortable in, the burden on the health service and social services would go up enormously because of all the depression, anxiety, isolation, social exclusion, lack of employment possibilities, illiteracy. So you might be saving a few pounds, but you'll be spending hundreds of thousands more. Total waste.
Practice again just a bit. Ruskin Readers is an adult literacy club, and we call it a club because it's not a classroom situation, and we have one-to-one teaching. So we have volunteers who are not actually trained as teachers, who sit with their student and have a chat and find out what it is they've come from.
It makes lots of difference in my life, you know. So I can, you know, like before I used to keep myself to myself, don't talk that much to other people, you know, okay, I got this difficulty and all. But now I don't have no difficulty. I can read my letters and all, you know. But still I'm studying to doing practice, you know. So make myself perfect, like.
We're here just trying to make it clear to people that it has been passed, that it's going to be decommissioned 31st of March 2016, and it's going to be closed for 9 months, and a gym's going to open up for 70 hours a week after that with a room to the side for dropping off and picking up. And it's amazing actually, the amount of people today had no idea. Absolutely, they thought they were following it, but they had no idea. So we're just trying to counter, there seems to be a bit of spin going on with Lambeth about it. We're just trying to really just get it clearer what actually is happening, and there's been tremendous support and interest in it and everyone talking about it, which is what it's all about really, you know.
We're very frightened that Lambeth Council want to close this place for good. The gym won't work, so they'll take the building back and they'll turn it all into flats. Because they can't, it's a listed building, they can't really destroy it, they can't demolish it and have a modern block here. And that would be that. Now if they do close it, there's nowhere for our club to go. We can't pay rent.
It would be a real shame. Yeah. And the same is true, I think, South Lambeth Library. We have a group there, and they're under threat as well. So lots of the libraries in Lambeth where we're working, it would be a real loss for us.
I would be very sad if it wasn't here. Would you? Yeah. It's a big part of our life, isn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a user of the library, I just think it's ridiculous that Lambeth wants to close down a library. Libraries are essential. They're not just there for kids, they're there for everybody, they're there for the whole community. I can't think of the countless times I've come to the library when I've been in need. When I was made redundant, this was the place I spent most of my time, because when I didn't have money to pay for my internet connection, this was where I came and got an internet connection. So I'm talking from personal experience of how the most vulnerable people need this space. It's essential.